Right, to get started, this is my source database and it's an OLTP database. And through this database, I'll be creating the semantic model from scratch, define relationships, create hierarchies, and measures through the tabular object model libraries. So all the steps are completely automated. All right. One thing that I'd like to highlight here is that I've created an additional table called as a date dimensions. So your details of the script are mentioned in the article. So I've created the dates from year 2005 till to 2035. So you can create the date ranges based on your business requirement. All right, and this is the workspace where we'll create and deploy the semantic model. So the workspace needs to be on the premium license. I'll just show the license here. So I'm using a premium per user license, and XMLA endpoint, XMLA read write endpoint needs to be enabled. So I'll just show that where that setting is. So you have to go to admin portal, and under admin portal, click on premium per user, and under premium per user you can find the XMLA read write endpoints option. So under dataset workload setting, there are under XMLA endpoint there are three options of read only and read write. So you need to ensure that you have this read write option selected. All right, okay, so let me go back to my workspace. So to get started, I'll just execute the code. So the code generates the model pretty fast. So what I've done is I've purposefully added a time delay of 2 seconds across each step so that the progress is visible. All right, so I'll just execute the code. So at the first, it will prompt for your credentials, and once the credentials are authenticated, it will start creating different objects, the progress that you can monitor on the screen. Okay, sometimes this login details aren't visible. I'm unsure what's the underlying reason for that. Okay, I'll just stop it and rerun the code again. Okay, I'm unsure what's the underlying reason for this. Okay, let me try the third time. I mean, I can just click on the blank screen because my credentials are already saved there. So I could just click the. Okay, now it's visible. All right, so I could have just clicked here and I would have been able to log in. Okay, so I'll just click here. Yes, I started creating the semantic model. So it created the customers table and added to the model. So everything is pretty fast. So what I've done is I've just added a delay of 2 seconds across each method, or else you would not have. It's not possible to track the progress. So at this stage, it's creating the relationships across different entities. Okay, so it has created and deployed the semantic model. So you can go back to our workspace, and yeah, as you can see, you have this semantic model created. That if you see the refresh date and the current date time. Yeah. So another thing that you'll have to, so this is one small step of where you have to intervene manually. So you'll have to go and set the credentials for your data source. This also can be automated by using a Power BI REST API. But at this stage, let's do it manually. So I'll just go here and I'll add the credentials manually. And we can go back to our and do a quick refresh. We started the refresh. Okay, the refresh is complete. Now we can open the semantic model, and as you can see, you can there's a list of all the underlying entities that were created. We can go to the data model option, and you can see the data model schematic of the data model. Just close all the tabs. I'll just zoom out. Yeah. So here we have a fact table, and we have a role playing dimensions in the calendar. So we have a role playing dimensions for order date, due date, and I think sales date. Yeah, ship date. All right, and we have the dimension table for sales territory, dim products, and product category and product subcategory. So we have hierarchies for dim products, and the entities in those hierarchies are products, product subcategory, and product category. And we have a dimension for customers, and this is the sales, the fact table. So the fact table is derived from the sales order header and sales order detail table. So we have used unit price, uh, order quantity, all right, as the fact data. And for role playing dimensions, we have used order date, due date, and ship date. And you can go back to the model, and next thing we can do is that we can explore the data, or else we can auto create a report. For let's just auto create a report, and I can close this. Yep. So we have the report ready. All right, and here, as you can see, this is the total quantity by month name. So I have added a option called as a month name here, and you can change that. For example, if you want it by quarter. So as I said, yeah, before that, as I said, I created a hierarchy for the calendar data. So we have hierarchy here, and another hierarchy is for the products data. Right. So we have. Let me just. Okay, I'll have to stretch it out, zoom out. Okay, so I'm not sure. I want to like make it more visible here. Anyways, so this is the product hierarchy, and this is the date hierarchy. Right, if you want to view the data in terms of in form of a table, so you can just select the table for which you want to view uh, the data in tabular format. If I say dim calendar, alright, and if you uncheck this option, so it will go back and display the data in through visuals. Okay, I think I did not uncheck it properly. Okay, okay, I should select the no table option. Alright, and here if I select, so by default it was displaying data for the month. So if you select the quarter option, you can see the data by quarter. All right. So what we have done here is that we have created a semantic model from the underlying OLTP database. So if you have an existing warehouse wherein you can leverage the existing design of the warehouse, so that will be pretty easy to do that. So you'll have to just map the columns to your semantic model, and in the code you have to just mention the structure of the underlying entities of your existing warehouse. So in this case, like what I've done is that I've used an OLTP database, and through mQuery, I've fetched the related entities, defined the relationships, yeah, and define the measures and hierarchies. So I just wanted to show you an hierarchy that I created through the M code. Sorry, through the Tom library. So here I have created an hierarchy. So here I have created a measure called as count of rows, so not sorry, count of rows, sorry, count of uh, customers. So this count of rows, if you see, it's auto created for every entity. So if you see here, so it's auto created uh, by the by the service. But if you want to have your own, if you have, well, if you want to define your own measures, you can do through the Tom libraries. Yeah, so if you see here, I've created the customer. So this is an measure that I created through the library, and there's another measure for total quantity. All right, you can even create like a calculated columns as well through the Tom libraries. All right, so that's all. So I just wanted to show how it's possible, like the entire end-to-end execution of the code. All right. So if you do have any questions or comments, do let me know. Thank you very much.